want to dominate a farm area, you need to make sure you're doing a community tour of that area. The beautiful part about community tours is they're about as evergreen as it's ever going to get because of the fact that those communities aren't going anywhere anytime soon. There are 5 videos that every real estate agent needs to create if you want to dominate a geographic farm area and become the go-to agent for any specific community. I'm not only going to break down what these 5 videos are, but at the end of the video, I'm even going to show you and share my screen and walk you through how you can easily find exactly what to say in these videos in order to make it extremely easy. The incredible part about creating these 5 videos is that they're evergreen in nature and they will create massive leverage that can bring you clients for years to come just by creating these 5. So without further ado, let's dive in and I'm going to break down how to leverage YouTube for real estate agents, the exact videos that are proven in every single market to attract clients at scale. What's up guys, my name is Mike Sherrard with eXp Realty and I train thousands of agents every single year to scale their business the modern way. And the one thing that I want to mention before diving into this is that it's not just about recording these videos, but after you get them recorded, edited, uploaded on your YouTube channel, you need to make sure how to properly optimize these videos, because if you don't optimize the videos with the tags, titles, descriptions, and thumbnails, the videos will die, they will get no clients, and you just wasted hours of your time. So if you want to know how to optimize your videos, drop a comment below and I'll send you my free training that breaks down the exact process of how to rank #1 in your market. But now let's dive into what these 5 videos are and then break down how to find exactly what to say in them. Okay, so the first video is going to be pretty obvious, but it's a community tour. And if you want to dominate a farm area, you need to make sure you're doing a community tour of that area. The beautiful part about community tours is they're about as evergreen as it's ever going to get because of the fact that those communities aren't going anywhere anytime soon. They will probably be there for the next decades or centuries because of the fact that it's a community and there's probably thousands of homes in there. So when it comes to things like market updates, those are not so evergreen because May's market update is no longer relevant in June. But the beautiful part about doing a properly optimized community tour, breaking down different things like walk scores, average price points, the different styles of properties, amenities, key features, what the lifestyle is like. The beautiful part about that is, again, people are searching for this not just on YouTube, but on Google. And the fact that Google owns YouTube, if you do a video properly, when people are Googling moving to that community, your YouTube videos can show up, and I'll show you exact examples of this at the end as well. But doing a community tour is the first foundational staple in dominating a geographic farm area. Now, video number 2 is a little bit different, and this is cool because it's actually going to give you a number of different video ideas. And what that is what a certain price point gets you in that community. So what I'll do is I'll reference a community that I'm actually looking at buying in, which is Mahogany here in Calgary. So pick any community that you want to farm, but this was one that back in the day, I actually used to door knock. So I've done these videos as well. So what you want to do is say, okay, maybe the average price point in the community or in Mahogany is $500,000. So what you're going to do is say, what does $500,000 get you in Mahogany? And what you're going to do there is break down a property that was potentially listed on the MLS for $500,000 or in and around that. Even better if you have access to one based on your brokerage's listings or your own listings or somebody that you know, being able to do a true property tour of that, which we will get to. But doing a video about the price point is really powerful because people are going to move there and wonder, what will their money get them? How far will it go? And what you want to do is break down various different price points. So for example, the average price point in Mahogany, let's say 500,000, you can do, what does 500,000 get you? What does 750,000 get you? What does $1 million get you? Even what does 250,000 get you if it's maybe the lowest barrier to entry to get into that community? But by breaking down the different price points, it's going to give people a better understanding of, can they get an apartment? Can they get a townhouse? Can they get a single family detached? Can they get a property on the lake, on the water, or with views? But that's going to give really good context to people looking to move there so that they better understand what their budget is going to get them. Number 3 is a really interesting one, which is going to be doing a community comparison. This is one that again can yield multiple different video ideas because what it's doing is basically comparing the community that you want to farm to other communities that people might be interested in your market center. So if we look on a map, you've got Mahogany, which is one of the lake communities in Calgary. And then across the street, you've got Auburn Bay, which is another lake community in Calgary. Below that, you've got a community called Seton, and then you've got a couple other communities around. So let's say you want to farm mahogany and become the go-to agent there. So what you would do is create community comparisons of all the different alternatives that people might be searching for. So for example, you could do a video like mahogany versus Auburn Bay, which is the best lake community? And you can do a video about mahogany versus Seton, which is the best community for you. So what you're going to do is do a bunch of these different community comparisons. And of course, if you're going to farm a community like mahogany, you're going to put a little bit of favoritism on the community you want to farm. But the best part is you're an agent that could probably service all of those communities. So maybe somebody ends up getting interested in another one and you can still work with them, but it's a really great way to put emphasis on one specific community. Number 4 is going to be great for establishing relationships and also leveraging something called earned media. So when it comes to content, you've got earned media, owned media, and paid media. 3 different types of content. Paid media is going to be like paid ads or paid publications, paid articles. Owned media is going to be like YouTube, for example, or Instagram or TikTok, but content that you own. Earned media is going to be leveraging other people's audiences in order to earn the trust from their audience, in order to get them interested in what you're doing. So one of the best things you can do is local business highlights for any of the businesses that are in the community that you want to farm. Maybe it's a hair salon, maybe it's a local meat shop, maybe it's a really cool liquor store, maybe it's some sort of restaurant owner. But one of the things that this is going to do is it's going to make sure that whenever people are searching for that local business or restaurant, your videos yet again can show up on both Google and YouTube. But simultaneously, the ideal situation is you're going to say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. restaurant owner, if we do this video, would you be okay with posting it on your Facebook page or sharing it on your Instagram profile on the Instagram stories or something of that nature? And oftentimes they will say yes because it's mutually beneficial, but now you're getting their audience driven to you. And what's going to happen is people are going to say, well, I really like this restaurant, and clearly, if I trust the chef or the restaurant owner and they're working with this real estate agent, then I probably am going to trust them as well. So it's establishing relationships at scale, but it's also really great because it's going to show the community that you're invested into the community, that you've established relationships, and you know the who's who in the area. Now, lastly, before I show you my screen and break down how to actually find what to say in these videos, the 5th and final video is probably pretty obvious, but it's property tours. It's really important to start to do property tours of properties in the area that you want to farm. So when you look at the whole picture, people are seeing your community tour to get a better understanding of the community and what the properties look like from the outside. They're getting an idea of what the price point is going to be. And then they're actually seeing full property tours where you need to be in the video. This can't be some POV video. You need to be in the video. You need to establish yourself as an authority. And it's also going to be great for building your personal brand. So now what I want to do is share my screen with you and then walk you through a couple simple hacks that are going to make sure that you know exactly what to say in your videos, and you're going to be able to start to attract clients every single month. All right, so let's walk through a couple things you can do in order to make it extremely easy in terms of what to say in these videos, and using certain things like AI and a really cool platform we're going to show you, as well as Google search. So one of the cool things that most people don't know about is a platform called YouTube Summary. And when you look at this, it's a Chrome extension that you can come through and you can download here. And basically what it does is it'll give you a summary of any YouTube video. So usually you want to embrace the concept of R&D, or rip off and duplicate, and then put your own spin on it and make it your own. So if there is somebody already in your market that is putting out YouTube content along the lines of some of the videos that we talked about here, you can just go to the video, download this plugin here, and then let's say, you know, living in Moncton, I know Jennifer has a really good channel here, and let's say we want to, you know, put our own spin on this video here. Well, once you download this kind of plugin here, as you can see, which is YouTube Summary, we can come over and just click transcript and summary, and it's going to give you the full transcription of the entire video. And then you can click here and you can look at, okay, view AI summary. We can copy the entire transcript. So there's one of two things you could do here. You could either A, click view AI transcript, and this is going to come through. And what it'll do is it'll give you the exact outline of this YouTube video. This video discusses top 5 reasons to live in Moncton, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Or what you could do is you could come through and copy the transcript and you could put it into something like AI, and please rewrite this in a more, playful tone. And then you could just put that, and then you'll see that ChatGPT is going to go write it in a more playful tone. And now what it's going to do is it's going to give you a bit of a blueprint and an outline of what you can do. Now, the last thing you could do is come into ChatGPT and just write in, I am a real estate agent in Moncton, New Brunswick. Please write me an 8-minute YouTube video about why someone should move to X community in Moncton, including 5 bullet points. And it'll go ahead and do that for you. Now, the last thing that I'd like to talk about here, aside from R&D, is Google search. And what this is going to do is give you a bit of a blueprint, because there's always articles written about each community that you could ever want to do. So let's go ahead and look at this. And let's say we wanted to do, moving or living in, for example, living in Mahogany, Calgary. And we're going to come through, and there's going to be different blog articles about, as you can see here, the newest lake community. And it's going to talk about some of the different adventures there, but also we can come through and look at this. So people ask, right? This is all YouTube video ideas. So what you can do, most people don't know about this, expand this, expand the next one, and you can expand the top 4. And this is going to give you different video topic ideas that you can also expand on, because this is all what people are searching for. So when you look at people ask, Google always knows the data, right? So here's a bunch of new video ideas. What you can also do when it comes to a video about actually living in the community, you can look at, okay, community and lifestyle for Mahogany living. Let's look at all the different videos that are already mapped out there. You can look at, okay, this real estate company has already put out an article talking about some of the key features. You're always going to be able to find articles related to this. I like to take the ChatGPT avenue just because, again, it's able to really pull context together and give you a really cool blueprint, especially using the YouTube summary. So ultimately, you could just look at what have other people already done and then put your own spin on it. Now, if people have not yet done a video on it, that is where you're going to either A, use your own experience, or B, you could use something like Google search, as we talked about here, and look at what are some of the other articles that are blogs about it, and then you can turn that into a YouTube video. So those are the different strategies that I personally like to use and I find work incredibly well. And hopefully this pulls together context to give you a better understanding of what you can do in order to farm an area using video. If you have any other questions, drop a comment below. Otherwise, check out this next video. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.